Hello, everybody, and we're back. It is music class again with Mr. Hogan. Hello, all you Lee Lions out there. I hope you all are well and that you've been making the most of this time that we've had. I believe that last time we spoke, I had given you some more resources to create your own music. I know I did the drum machine app, as well as a couple of keyboard ones as well that were pretty fun. Our time is winding down for the end of the year, and over the year, I've brought in a lot of my own instruments into the classroom. I have a few acoustic guitars and a few electric. And if you remember correctly, their acoustic and electric guitars they've got some things that are the same, some of the parts are the same, but as far as how they make sound, they're pretty different. Acoustic is, you don't have to plug it in to play it. Just pick it up, strum the strings, and you're good to go. So what I'd like to do is I want to show you my acoustic guitars that I have in my own collection, and it'll kind of review some of what we've talked about this year as far as guitars, and I'll tell you a little story or two about how I came into some of these. All right, come this way. The very first one I'd like to show you is this right here. This is a Fender acoustic guitar, but it has kind of an electric guitar headstock. And I loved this when I saw it, and I had to have it. I've shown this to some of you, but anyway, inside here, it's kind of hard to see, but I've got a picture of John Lennon from the Beatles inside there. I bought this guitar with my graduation money. When I graduated from high school, I was supposed to use the money that people gave me as a gift to buy a car, but Mr. Hogan wanted this guitar worse than he wanted the car, and I've had it ever since. Anywhere I've ever lived, anywhere, East Coast, West Coast, this guitar has been with me. It has been my friend. I've written so many songs on it, and that is my baby. So that's the first one. We scoot on over a little bit. This is a Fender F-35, 1975. This was my grandparents' guitar. I believe my grandmother bought it at a garage sale for my pawpaw, and I saw lots of family members play this guitar many, many times over the years. As a matter of fact, I learned how to play guitar when I was like 15 or 16 on this very guitar. When my pawpaw passed away, my grandma let me take the guitar, and now I have it. And then whenever my girls get older, they'll get to have it. So this is a very special one to me. This is a family heirloom. An heirloom is something special with sentimental value that gets passed down the generations in your family. Do you have any heirlooms in your family that may have belonged to a grandparent or great-grandparent? You may start your own heirloom collection. So, the Fender F-35. Now I will move over to my jumbo. Notice how these two are a little bit smaller than this fella right here. This is an Epiphone jumbo-bodied acoustic. This kind of acoustic guitar, these two, we call these dreadnoughts because of that shape that you see right there. See, they're pretty much same size. But this one over here is a little bit bigger. This is pretty hefty. The bigger your guitar, the louder the sound it's going to make. It's going to have more volume to it. And look, it's got a little mustache. I saw this in the guitar store, And I have a cousin who has one of these. And years ago, he let me play on his that he had, and I fell in love with it. I was like, I have to get one of these. If ever in my life I have a chance, I'll do it. I went to the guitar store to buy strings. That's it. And this was in this guitar shop for sale. And it only cost me $30 to put it in layaway. I was able to pay it off. And now I have it. I've taken this guitar on tour, but I mainly just hang on to it for when I do recordings of my own music. I like to use this guitar because it's got such a louder sound, and I really like that. Now, finally, is this fella right here. She doesn't look like much, but this guitar I found in the trash while I was in New York City. My band and I were on tour. We were walking around in the middle of the night, just exploring the neighborhood. And it was big trash day, so people had put like big piles of garbage outside their apartments for the city to come and pick up the next day. Well, I saw this guitar neck sticking out of a bunch of trash bags, and I'm like, hey, that looks like a guitar. So I grabbed it, and I pulled it out, and there wasn't anything wrong with it. So I brought it back home, and then I went on the internet and I Googled it, and I found out that this acoustic guitar was made in Spain. It's a Spanish classical guitar, and they're worth $400. I found it for free. That just goes to show if you keep your eyes open, one person's trash is another person's treasure. You might get a free guitar too sometime. Now, this is a classical guitar. This is different from the jumbo steel string or the dreadnought steel strings. This has nylon strings. These are metal strings. Bronze, phosphorus, steel, but these are nylon. These Spanish guitars have their own sound and feel to them. The neck is wider than it is on these. You may think these are a little easier to play, but I personally love the sound of this guitar. I love playing this guitar a lot, and this is just one of my treasures amongst the many you see. So, I hope you've enjoyed seeing my guitars. I'm very happy to share them with you. You've seen some of these in class, but I just wanted you to get a look at them. Next time, when I do another video, I think we have maybe one more coming before we're done. I'm going to show you all my electric guitars and the cool sounds that they can make, especially when I use all my effects pedals like wah-wah, what is that? Whammy, distortion, tremolo, phasers, delays, all kinds of cool sounds. So that'll be next time. Alright guys, keep looking at the resources I've sent you. Keep making music, create, and have fun. And I will see you in the future. Mwah, ah, 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 ah.